If you're watching this, then you probably fall into one of the following categories. The die-hard Can Yaman fan, the don't mess with our Can fan. The fan that will consume anything and everything Can Yaman, including Can Yaman himself. For you guys, a lot of this information might be old news, or you might learn something new about your crush, who knows. Secondly, you just happen to stumble upon a Turkish romantic comedy on social media and you want to find out more about this handsome stranger adorning your screen. Well, this is what happened to me about 2 years ago, by the way. Or you live in one of the many countries that are lucky enough to be buying up series starring Can Yaman like it's going out of fashion. The networks are realizing that he's an amazing actor and that however bright his star is shining already, it will get even brighter. And as with category number 2, you want to know more about this handsome stranger. And then lastly, now if you fall into this category, then it's your lucky day and it is fate that you are watching this. And by the way, you must have been living under a rock for the last 3 years. No offense. Chances are you were probably Googling something random like a can of yams and now you find yourself fascinated by this beautiful man and you want to know more. The universe is blessing you with an introduction to a phenomenal actor and a beautiful human being. Don't question the universe now, just sit back and enjoy. Can Yaman is a Turkish actor born on 8 November 1989 in Istanbul, Turkey, an only child to father Güven and mother Gülden. He is about 6 feet tall, but we're not going to speculate about his weight, because one's weight doesn't matter when you look this good. He spent most of his first 3 years of his life with his grandmother in Bodrum, as money was tight for his parents and they were both working very hard to make ends meet. His parents divorced when he was 5 years old, but he says it never really affected him because his memories are of 2 loving parents who became a supportive parenting team and they remained friends while raising their son. Can attended an Italian high school in Istanbul because he loved Italy and he thought it would open more doors for him in the future. But after his first year, he was told that he might have to change schools due to some more financial challenges in the family. This is when he decided to study as hard as he could and he became the top student in the school with the highest grade point average the school had ever seen. It was his ticket to earning a scholarship to continue to attend the school, and he even spent his final year of high school in Ohio in the United States. He was one of only 36 applicants to be chosen for this exchange program. He has a natural affinity for languages and speaks Turkish, Italian, English and German. But I've never actually heard him speak German before. Anyways, he also started learning Spanish during lockdown due to the COVID-19 pandemic. On the advice of his father, he decided to pursue a career as a lawyer as his father thought it would be a safe choice. He didn't want his son to go through the ups and downs he did, so Can once again relied on a scholarship, this time for basketball, to attend a university in Istanbul where he qualified as a lawyer. Such talent and intelligence did not go unnoticed, and soon he found himself working for one of the largest auditing firms in the world, PricewaterhouseCoopers. He was handling mergers and acquisitions for 6 months when he realized that sitting behind a computer for 10 to 12 hours per day was not his idea of a good time. He quit his job and took a vacation to Bodrum again, where he met his current managers Ilke Bilici and Cüneyt Sayıl. He started taking acting lessons from Cüneyt, and the rest, as they say, is history. Ilke Bilici has his own fashion brand and Can Yaman is regularly seen in an Ilke Bilici original shirt, jacket or even face mask. In fact, it has just been announced that an Ilke Bilici waistcoat Can wore on the Italian TV show Verissimo has been auctioned to raise funds to cover medical expenses for a boy named Pamir who needs some very special medical care, fetching a whopping €3,000. Can has been very active in using his social media reach to try and assist the cause. He has also made a donation to support 100 families for a month following the devastating earthquake in Izmir 2 weeks ago. Now let's look at his acting career to date. His first acting role was a supporting one in the Turkish series Affairs of the Heart in 2014. He portrayed the role of Bedir, the boyfriend of the youngest of 3 sisters. Then came Inadına Aşk, or as we can say in English, Stubborn Love, in 2015, where he portrayed the role of Yalin Aras, a happy-go-lucky owner of a tech company who falls in love with a brilliant computer programmer with a very complicated and overprotective family. The series had a very good run on Fox until it was unexpectedly cancelled after episode 31. It did, however, award Can Yaman the opportunity to be cast in a leading role and to showcase some more of his comedic, dramatic and romantic acting abilities. Can has said that he is a lot like Yalin, confident, a bit flirty, but with high morals and who love his family dearly. Take a moment to enjoy this steamy moment between Yalin and Daphne. Poor guy was willing to do anything to shut this girl up. Which of Us Did Not Love followed, where we meet Tariq and Itir, who secretly marries during their last year of university. Despite the fact that their respective parents have been at odds with each other for more than 36 years. It turns out that Tariq's mother and Itir's father was in love 36 years ago, and the children's return to the neighborhood results in the relationship between the families being mended. In 2017, he landed the role of Herewith Aslan, with Oscar Gorel playing the leading lady, Nazli, in Dolunay, or in English, Full Moon. This series can probably be classified as his first mini-break, as this was the series that introduced him to the Spanish and Italian audiences for the first time. Herewith Aslan is a rich bachelor with a not-so-subtle case of OCD. He hires and fires chefs and housekeepers on a weekly basis, until Nazli enters his kitchen and slowly but surely starts breaking down his walls. When Herewith's sister and brother-in-law die in a car crash, the battle for custody of their son Bulut leads to a marriage of convenience between Nazli and Herewith. This sets the scene for an intriguing series and the unfolding of a beautiful love story between Nazli and Herewith. With his perfect suits, perfect hair and stringent rules for his life, this character showed the first signs that Can Yaman had the ability to completely transform on screen from one role to the next. And then the real breakthrough role for Can Yaman happened, that of international photographer Can David in Erkençikus, Early Bird. This was the series that randomly popped up on mostly women's social media pages around the world and slowly but surely started captivating the international audience. The leading lady was Demet Özdemir, and Can and Demet had never met before the series. It was a match made in heaven though, from the very first episode when Can David accidentally kisses Sanem on a private balcony of the opera house, mistaking her for his girlfriend in the dark. Sanem sets out in search of the mysterious stranger who had kissed her, never suspecting that it had been her new boss at the agency where she had just started working as an errand girl. Can Yaman played a pivotal role in developing the character of Can David, taking care of every little detail that could set Can David apart from any other character the Turkish public had ever seen. Growing his hair, going on a stringent training program to gain some muscle mass, and taking care of cutting-edge styling when it comes to the wardrobe. Even purchasing some of the clothing himself before sponsors started coming on board. But it was not just the look of the character. He broke it down to the finest detail. It was the way he drank his tea. It was the way he held his cell phone, how he handled his sunglasses. Not a single detail was left to chance. The chemistry between him and Demet Özdemir was off the charts, undeniable, and they would spontaneously add improvisations to most scenes, feeding off each other's energy. It made for some hilarious television, and the series gained momentum with every episode. It has also just landed in the United States, dubbed in Spanish and on free-to-air channel Unimas. Now, the relationship between Can Yaman and Demet Özdemir is a complicated one. There was definitely more than a friendship between them during filming, and possibly after the series wrapped up. Some fans insist that they were in a secret relationship, but that is very unlikely. Can has always only had good things to say about Demet, admitting that she is a very special friend and that he will always value her, but they are both in fact single and not dating at the moment. His fans really want him to be happy, that's understandable, but for now it is certain that both him and Demet are focusing on their careers. In January 2020, Can Yaman joined the Turkish military for a mandatory minimum of 6 weeks. Fans were starved for any news and pictures, especially because of the fact that he would have to get rid of the distinctive Can David mane of hair. When he finally emerged, clean-shaven with short back and sides, some were delighted with the new look while others were sad to see the hair go. I must admit I really liked the younger babyface look for the short while that it took him to grow a beard again and hiding those beautiful dimples. He did consider donating his hair to charity, but later decided against it. He didn't want to come across as arrogant. Can describes his time in the military as a time to reflect and really think about what he wanted for his future, as well as what he wanted to change about his life. So everyone was wondering how on earth was he going to top a character like the larger-than-life Can David. Sporting his new look, he got right into it and started working on a new concept for a series with producer Faruk Turgut of Goldfilm. Farouk has taken Can under his wing in recent years, so to speak, and they have great respect for each other. When Oscar Garel, his partner in Dolonay, was announced as the leading lady in his new series By Unleash, or Mr. Wrong, once again the fandom was torn. Would they be able to live up to the chemistry Can Yaman and Demet Özdemir created in Erken Şikuş? It's only natural to assume that the two talented actors felt a fair amount of pressure. But when the first episode of By Unleash aired, they didn't disappoint at all. Can Yaman portrays the role of Özge Atasoy, a restaurant owner and bachelor enjoying the playboy lifestyle. Once again, Can Yaman transformed from a rugged international photographer to an extremely handsome and sought-after one-night stander with a boyish charm that had his fans begging for more. Oscar Garel also stepped into the shoes of Ezgi with ease, the naive girl who needed some advice on how to catch her future husband. And who better than carefree Oscar to give her some lessons in love? The series was a huge hit internationally, and Can Yaman's Instagram following skyrocketed to over 7 million in a matter of 2 to 3 months. Unfortunately, fans were left devastated when Fox announced that it was cancelling By Unleash after episode 14, even after including it in its full advertising campaign. Fans were outraged, and social media started buzzing with appeals to Netflix to pick up the show and develop a second season. The jury is still out on a second season, as it seems Can is already working on a new series and other projects, but at least the show has been picked up in other countries at the annual MIPCOM event, where it is represented by a global agency. Now, let's get into some more fun facts. Can Yaman is a chocoholic. He considers himself a night owl rather than an early bird. He is the king of selfies, always trying to accommodate his fans, and he knows how to access and operate the camera of every smartphone known to man. He wanted to be a professional basketball player when he was growing up. He does want to get married and have children, but says he's not thinking that far ahead right now. He was considered a bit of a nerd at school, but luckily was never bullied. His favorite night spot is Ruby in Bebek, Istanbul. He has adorned too many magazine covers in Europe to list here. He has won numerous awards, including GQ Man of the Year in 2019, as well as E! Entertainment's Leading Man on Television in 2019. Now this one stands out a bit, as it was completely voted for by the public, and he kicked sand in the face of Jensen Ackles of Supernatural fame. It was the first time a non-English speaking actor won this award, and we're hoping Hollywood took notice. Oh, the list is so long, I'll have to stop it there. Be sure to check out some of my other videos for more news and facts, especially about his recent trip to Italy. You can catch it on the end screen of this video, and I'll also drop a link in the description below. What matters most is that he is one decent human being and an amazing actor with a beautiful life ahead of him. Fans don't flock to him because of his fame. It's because they see behind the beautiful exterior. They see how humble and good-hearted he is. And that is why he has such a special relationship with his fans. So let's see what 2021 holds for Can Yaman. Chances are very good that it might include another romantic comedy, as well as a special project with Italian director and writer Ferzan Öztürk. May the road rise up to meet him, the wind be always at his back. Please remember to subscribe for everything Can Yaman. Mzansi love, bye bye.